guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we're back again with you guys with Better Call Saul, episode 5 of season 4.
Nacho is doing worse than last episode. Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
He ended up at his dad's and he's bleeding again, and there's a chance for infection, but he doesn't want, or he can't go to a hospital because people are gonna go after him if he does that. Bullet wounds, that calls for the police. So last episode was mostly a Mike episode. His grief is intense. Like, he's suffering from inside and he's not letting it out.
No.
And he lashed out at a guy that pretended to have a dead wife in order to have the appeal from the other
With good
grievers.
reason,
Yeah. But Mike lashing out, like, that's another step, you know? It's one thing to make a what's the word? A bet with your friend about, oh, let's see if he plays with his wrist and stuff, and let's see if he tells another story. It's another thing to call him out at the meeting.
Yeah.
And he's got another job from Gus too. Gus acting all tough, like, dude, you knew about Ignacio trying to kill Hector and you did nothing. And Mike is like,
I said I wouldn't kill Salamanca,
Yeah.
not be his bodyguard.
I love that Gus is basically trying to be badass and frightening to Mike, and Mike is being just as badass and frightening to Gus. So they do well together.
Yeah.
So and Jimmy has a new job selling cell phones, and he ended up writing his promo thing on the windows, like his idea for marketing, I guess, on the windows. Don't know if the bosses are gonna like that. We'll have to wait and see.
Not.
We'll have to wait and see in this episode. So episode 5, let's jump in and see what the plan is for Mike and what happens with Jimmy's new job.
We are halfway through the season.
Already. It's going too fast. Okay, let's go.
That's his office, right?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is it a fast forward?
Probably.
Oh my god. Fast forward to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, meaning,
What's
What is
this?
that?
That's gonna be important for the episode, I guess.
Okay, when the cops come talk to you, and they will, what are you going to tell them?
Talk to my attorney.
Yeah. Tell them, that Jimmy sent you. That's it. Quite right, huh?
Yep, roll credits. Whose number do you think you gave her?
Yep.
I need a new dust filter for my Hoover Max Extract Pressure Pro Model 60. Can you help me with that? I know where that is. I'll be there.
All your hard work.
It was a nice office though, right?
It was very sold. Kind of like Ignacio, you went there on your own.
Yeah.
You set the scene, so now play the play.
Privacy sold here.
Yep, this is the place.
Privacy from who?
Come on, you know.
Like the government?
Conspiracy theories.
Could be.
Like the IRS?
Bingo. Can't be traced, can't be tracked. That'll keep you clean as a whistle. What they don't know can't hurt you. Especially if you use it only once per. You know, that's kind of key.
And the 6 phones
Once for what?
per call.
Once per week.
How much are they?
Cheaper than an audit. Guaranteed. Unfortunately,
What?
well, this one's
sold.
spoken for. My supply is very short. People are gobbling these up like Tic Tacs.
He's so manipulating people.
Yes.
I love that he's basically
Tell your
becoming
friends.
this guy in the future, though. you know, destroying his phones as he makes his calls. He becomes the type of person that needs to destroy his phones as he calls.
Hello?
Welcome to the USA. Use the prepaid parking ticket in the cup holder to exit the lot. Make a right, follow the signs for I-70 West. Got it?
70 headed west, yes.
Keep the phone close by and I'll call you in about 20 minutes and talk you through the rest of it. Okay?
I understand, yes.
If he made the effort, he could be a great voice, you know, pre-registered voice.
A GPS voice.
Yeah, stuff like that. Having Mike as a GPS voice?
You're gonna turn left in 20 minutes to the next turn.
No. You set the GPS to go a certain place and do you really need a GPS to tell you where to go?
Where exactly?
Oh, it's the laundry you...
The entrance will be back there. You need to stay within the footprint of the building.
Or maybe he's gonna build a lab.
Maybe.
Yep.
Okay, that would make a lot of sense.
So not a cook. Bummer. But
But it's for the lab, so...
You can do it?
Absolutely.
How long will it take?
I don't want to say 7 months, but I think I could do it in 6.
Even with blasting.
The geologist's report was very thorough. With the right equipment, modern methods, blasting will be quite unnecessary. My men and I dug a tunnel under the border into downtown El Paso, 3/4 of a kilometer long. Undetected. That took us 17 weeks.
Wow.
If I can do that, I can certainly do this.
We're far from the construction workers we've got here.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Pardon.
What? Nope. Oh, it's because it's taking too long, maybe.
I think.
He needs it to be fast. I don't know.
But it takes time usually to build something.
Yeah, but Gus needs it now. That's the only reason I can think of for why they said basically no.
Not guilty? You can't be serious. On what planet would you take this to trial?
You should work with me on this one.
Kid threw a cinder block through a jewelry store window, and I have a witness. Frankly, I'm being generous.
I want 6 months probation, time served, no jail.
And I want to win the lottery.
The arresting officers took the first part of my guy's statement before he was Mirandized. They collected evidence based on that interview, and you knew all about it.
That's irrelevant. Why would you even... Your guy did it.
Bill?
You can take a statement before saying right.
This kid needs a chance to turn his life around. Not rot in prison and join a gang.
Are you joking? And we started at 18 months jail.
Up to you.
8 months jail.
4 months probation.
But what happened to 6?
You're annoying me.
You can't play chicken with me. I invented chicken. I can't make 4 months fly. It's impossible. Completely impossible. You don't have time for this, Bill.
I only have one other client, and it's a bank. I have all the time in the world.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Lippitz.
Oh man.
CR
4 months.
2003114
4 months?
721
Probation.
State versus David Estrada.
Yes.
Good morning. Hey, what?
That
no,
easy.
Stand still. This is mine, remember?
I'm gonna have a probation officer on my ass for 4 months.
Dude.
David, listen to me. Here's what you're gonna do. Today after you leave here, you will go straight to your grandfather's restaurant and you will beg him for a job. You will keep your nose clean. You understand? Because if you don't, you will go to jail. Grown-up jail.
Ugh.
With grown-up bad guys. Picture that, David.
That smug face.
Really? Picture it. And know this, I'm not gonna do a damn thing about it next time.
You're
got
lucky
it?
with what you got.
We only just 4-month probation.
Okay.
You know what's worse? Sometimes you got kids or young adult like 18 and 19.
Nope.
They should be put in a place to get a chance to have a better future.
When
to-
you put
to
them
be
in
reformed.
jail.
But when you put them in jail, they got a high chance to end up worse than they start with.
They learn tricks and stuff,
Yeah.
sadly.
But you see that sometimes they do crimes that are really horrible. But yeah.
It wasn't bothering me.
It was bothering
Yeah, I
him.
know. I just realized there's something I need to do at work.
I'll just go to bedroom.
Absolutely not. You have work. I have work. It's okay.
Okay.
It's all good. Don't wait up.
It's all good. He needs, I think, watching her work as he's doing nothing. He wants to be successful too. He wants to be important too.
He's doing what Skylar did. With the money that he had with the theft, what? Burglary? Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? How you guys set for phones?
We got phones.
Private phones.
Beat it, Narc.
Oh, come on. Would a narc drive this piece of shit?
Take it back to impound, Narc.
He's doing his thing. Oh my. And he can sell them more than what he paid them for.
Oh man.
Hey,
Sorry, guys. You had your chance. I'm all sold out. Give me your money. Very good to meet you boys. Good luck with the Junior Achievement Project. I gotta go.
Oh man. Don't do it alone if you want to go and make big cash.
or hurry up.
Go.
Oh man, you're kidding. Well, now you got a reason to call Mike.
Nope. Mike is busy with other things.
True.
What happened?
I got mugged.
Did you call the police?
Yeah, what's the point? Anyway, I don't feel like spending the rest of the night downtown looking at mug shots of kids with stringy hair. The hell's the matter with me? Back in the day, I would have spotted those low-rent little skeeves from a mile away and they would have known not to roll me.
Yeah, how would they have known that?
I don't just... Well, because back then, I guess I was one of them.
Well, those days are over.
Yeah.
Are you associating with any known criminals?
No.
All right. Well, 2 looks good.
Well, they're not
Have you
known.
thought about what you're going to do once your PPD is up?
I will get my law license back. My partner and I will get a new office. It'll be like it was, but bigger and better. Everything will be better. I'm going to have more clients. I'm going to win more cases. I'm going to be a damn good lawyer, and people are going to know about it.
Okay. So, lawyer.
That's all he wants to know. He
Yeah,
wants to be important.
lawyer.
Successful. And we all know where this ends.
He's gonna be a lawyer. But without Kim, without everything else, everyone else.
It's interesting because I'm gonna compare Kim and Jimmy here. Kim had her big break. She had the huge case, something that Jimmy is looking for right now. Jimmy wants in the future to have a name for himself. He wants to be known as a great lawyer. He wants to win cases. That's something that Kim already has with Mesa Verde. But she has a problem with, working with the bank and feeling so detached. Like, she worked so hard to get that case. It got her in an accident because she was too focused on everything. It got her to have guilt towards Chuck because they ended up screwing him over for this. And now she has no fulfillment. She needs to feel like she can help. So she handles lower cases. She handles kids that need help. Kids that have no one, or would represent themselves in court because they can't pay for something bigger. And she is leaving the big job to the side because it's not fulfilling, She doesn't feel anything from Mesa Verde, so she's going to help the others instead.
I just want to point out that I don't think that Jimmy would have liked to work for Mesa Verde. Because I think that he wants to be a lawyer that's going to be in the newspapers. Like, the big cases, those will be on television.
But
being a lawyer of a big bank for only bureaucracy, that's important, but that's not going to put your name and
well, I mean, I'm guessing if he had a case like Mesa Verde, he would still be pretty good with it, but it's not the same type of thing. Like, what she does for Mesa Verde is mostly like filing legal documents and stuff. He likes to be able to manipulate people, talk the jury into letting go of his clients and stuff. He's a people person, not a bank person. So his big break is different from Kim's. It's just that when it comes to their motivations, right now Kim already has what Jimmy wants, which is success, and now she just needs something that's going to make her feel good.
Jimmy wants the prestige with a title, and Kim wants to make a difference with
Exactly, and that's something that Jimmy, eventually he does it in the future with the people he helps, but it's not the reason why he's doing it.
Yeah, kinda.
And I had a flash, like, when Jimmy was saying that he was mugged, and that back in the day, he wouldn't have been mugged because he was sort of one of them. I felt like it's almost like Kim cannot help Jimmy. So since she can't help Jimmy, she'd rather help people that Jimmy used to be like, so they don't end up in the same place he's in.
Maybe
forced to resort to these tricks to go by, and they choose the right way instead. She's giving them advice and she's helping them out of tight situations, and she hopes that in the future they can get a good job and they can work for that job and be happy. And she can't help Jimmy do the same thing. First of all, it's too late to make him change his path. Like, I think he's done pretending to do the right thing. Like, he's like, just right here, he has a good job, a legal job, but he sort of has to have a legal job for the meeting we just saw. But what he did during the night, buying cell phones and selling them, I think he was selling them at a higher price.
Of course he was.
And even if it wasn't at a higher price, it's in order for him to prove his bosses, see, I made a lot of sales, but it won't work if he stays in the store. He needs to go meet the customers, and he knows the right crowd for this, and he's playing on their paranoias and stuff, and he's manipulating them into buying these phones.
Yeah.
Making money, but then also, selling them. That's not how it usually works. If he was selling them for more than what he bought them, then it's sort of illegal. Like, he can't really do that. If he was selling them at the same price, then it's to rise in the sales and stuff. And
well, basically, he bought them not technically in a legal way, but
buying them is not illegal.
But he bought them. They belongs to him. Technically, you can't decide the price that you sell them.
You can't. Well, I mean, it's frowned upon, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's an actual law, but I'm pretty sure that buying stuff to only sell them at a higher price is not legal, or at least it's like I said, frowned upon.
If you know more about it, maybe write it down in the comments. Please give us knowledge.
It's still interesting though to see how he did it. Like, Jimmy is a man of action. Like, staying in that store, knowing that no one is coming. Like, there was only one customer, and schemes again. Playing on their.
Basically, I think that can technically do it. Maybe not with that type of fraud, but it's like when you flip a house. You bought it at enterprise, you flip it, and you sell it for a higher price.
Yeah, but in this case, that's companies.
That's technically the same thing.
If you see it that way, if you see it that way. Anyway, I'm just, all the legal stuff aside, it's still really interesting to see how his plans come to fruition. You know, how he thinks of these things. And I like that he sees Kim working her ass off in her case. And he cannot bear to be sitting there and doing nothing. He needs to feel like he's good at something. He needs to be important and succeed. And it's when he gets beat up by these kids and he ends up with no money. It's almost the same thing as when he was trying to sell commercials and he ended up having to pay for the commercials that the others were having. He was losing he was losing money. So it's kind of, it's a failure, and right now he hates being that failure. Yeah. He wants to be a success and a successful lawyer in the future, and he will get there. Like Saul Goodman is pretty proud of what he's done. But then after that, you get that flash forward of where he ends up, you know, being basically the one using several phones and, you know, crushing them. And I feel he's going to lose it all. Like his life's work is going to be destroyed. So all he's doing right now will be for nothing. Technically.
True. You know what? To a certain degree, I can understand his feeling that when you used to be someone, well, to have a name in a certain department, like you used to be a criminal doing schemes, and now he's nothing for in that world. I can understand the resentment that his name doesn't have any more value.
He misses the job for sure, but I think, you know, when he was working with the elderly, he was doing it to help the elderly.
No, I mean,
and we've seen him several times do that too.
When he was younger, his name, like Slippin' Jimmy, used to have a certain weight behind it.
He had a reputation.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have it anymore. And I can understand his resentment for that change. I can understand that to a certain point.
But we saw it happen. Like right now, you want love. He's tired of working and getting nothing for what he's done. Like just selling all these phones and end up with no money. It's the same as working his ass off for the elderly and having to ask for a lower fee because otherwise he won't have customers and stuff. And he used to do that a lot. Like he used to give a lot in order to receive a little.
A few, yeah.
And now he's tired of this. Now he wants to work and have the reward that he deserves. And Chuck isn't there anymore, so he doesn't have to prove himself to anyone other than himself, and we know where his expectations are. So
I'd like to come back to the young adult, the teenager with his smug face.
Ugh, I hate this.
Kim was speaking to him.
People that act like they are entitled, I don't have to work and stuff. Jesus Christ.
I got 4 months of probation. Come on, you could have gotten better than that. Like 0, that would be at best.
No, that's not what he was talking about. But it's like he has to put up with a probation agent, and it's going to be a bother for him. But it could have been so much worse, and he's not capable of appreciating the little he got.
Yeah, you could have got like what, 8 months of jail
time
with adults.
I love that his smirk got lower and lower as Kim was giving him her speech. She's really good at this. She's good at making herself, at making other people listen to her. Making them understand that they need to cut the bullshit.
It is so frustrating when people are so entitled and so stupid sometimes to not understand the situation they are in.
Yep.
Really?
Anyway. But yeah, I'm afraid for Kim. I'm afraid about what's going to happen with Mr. Verde if she keeps down that road, if she keeps trying to push them to the side because she's trying to have that fulfilling job of helping others. If she could lose that client, and that's not going to be good for her if that happens.
Nope.
As for Jimmy, well, we'll have to wait and see what he does next. But we know where he's going. We know his motivation for what's next. He still has 9 months to go.
9 months and a few days.
Okay, that was a good episode. And the lab is on its way. Sorry, it's going to be built.
Not about a French guy, but by...
I think he's German.
German?
Maybe. I didn't recognize the language, but I think the accent sounded like German. accent. But it's interesting that Gus went for the more realistic one. It's not about being in a hurry. It's not about wanting someone to build that lab faster. It's about someone that can give him realistic expectations and tell him the truths. Like, you don't want... the other guy, it's almost like, oh, I really wanted the job because it pays a lot, so I'm going to give you a fee that's astronomical, and I'm going to tell you, yeah, you know what? I did something similar before unnoticed. I can do it. I have so much pride. And he barely looked at it. The other guy, he made so many checks. Like, he looked at so much stuff. No machines, no nothing. He did the looking himself. And he wasn't bullshitting them. He wasn't saying like, I can do this, no problem. He was telling them, it's going to be difficult. Realistic. I like that.
It's true that sometimes people with huge ego can be a problem to deal with.
Gus has...
But someone who's more humble and more realistic is easier to deal to.
And Gus is a businessman. Like, he knows it's not going to be easy. He's not stupid. Like, he understands that what he wants is going to take time, money, and it's going to be hard. So he'd rather work with someone that can earn his respect. Someone that is not afraid to do the work, but someone that's not going to lie in order to get the job. Mike is the same. They make a great team. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, guys. And if not, we'll wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be soon.
Yes.
So see you then, guys.
Bye.